Okay, what is up, YouTube? Okay, this is my computer. I'm trying to show you some of the. Okay, so I went to St. Augustine for my mom's birthday a couple years back, and I finally recovered pictures from it. Um, it's really bad because I'm recording my computer. But this is a graveyard in St. Augustine, and we're trying to get a trip back. But this is you can see me in the glare of the things. But this is a. Okay, I'm just making sure that's there. This is the graveyard in St. Augustine. It's highly illegal if you cross the boundaries. Right. If you cross the fence or whatever, it's highly illegal. You get, I think they said, 2 years in prison. But most people just want to go for exploring and stuff like that. They'll look around at the crazy things. I don't think I picked up anything in these first couple pictures of ghosts, because if you don't know, St. Augustine, they claim to be one of the most haunted places in the world. It's one of the oldest places in America. But right here, here I'm gonna have to guide my hand. So there's spirits absorbing the power from my stepfather's phone. I don't think he cares if he has his picture up on internet. Okay, so in this picture you got like, I don't know what to call it, but there's supposed spirit activity here, and you can see the date, sort of. Does this work? Okay, there's nothing really here, but I thought I saw something. Like you can, there's like something right here, but I can never make out what it is. And there's the date. It was 2016 when I took these pictures. It's currently 2018. The Ghostbusters. Okay, so this one's cool. I think this one looks like a 17 or another 13 like this, but this reminds me of a 13 because of 3 and then like a 1 or an L or whatever. And there's a bunch of little squiggly lines. It's very hard to point because I'm looking through my phone to my computer. Here's a street sign where my camera flash got turned off, and I never turned it off. It was just, and there's the date again, but it was just turned off, and I took a picture of this building. I don't remember why, but I did. More absorbing of lights. I love the puns. Oh my god, I can't see through the. Okay, there's nothing in here. You can just see my outline of my body. I don't think there's anything in here. I haven't like completely looked over it 100%. There's like I think this is the top of the fence where it curves over. There's nothing in here, I don't think. If you see anything, that would be really cool. There's something here. God, my phone. Why does it do that? Look. It brightens whenever my finger's there. But right where like the door is, like right there, there's something there. I don't care. My phone's going off saying I'm using too much data. There's stuff right here. There's two like little, whatever you want to call them, spirits. There's gonna be some. This one's the one that I use for my thumbnail. See these little L's, like they're L's or whatever you want to call them. But there's a woman walking with us. There's the head, like right above my fingernail, and then there's like a white dress. You can't say that doesn't look like a person. And then there's like more. There's like a group of them. Tell me what your thoughts about those are. You can see the date again. I don't know who these people are. Thank God it's blurred out because I don't want to feel like going back and blurring it. Here's another graveyard. It's another one of those highly illegal to trespass on these properties. I don't remember why I took this picture, but I took it, and I think my flash got turned off again. This is a really cool tree. It's like, this is a museum, a haunted museum behind it, but I wanted to see the tree. And this tree has a palm tree growing out right where my finger is, and then it's like an oak tree or whatever. Not, I highly doubt it's oak, but it's something like that. Some sort of normal tree. Another picture where I thought my flash was on and it didn't take anything. Another picture where I don't know if that's a tomb, but that looks like another like woman creature like thing, but I believe it's a tomb. There's like, there's, okay, here we go. This is like all these little things. I thought this is where my hand was shaking or whatever, but the lady that took us on this tour, she was standing next to me. She didn't see my hand shake or anything while this is happening, like majorly where the lights would look like that. And she said that those were like spirits. This was just me taking a picture of the clock, but you could see like there's a spot there, there's a spot there, there's a spot there, there's a couple little spots right there. These are, I don't think anything, but they might be spots. That's a tree. I don't know if that's anything right there, that little like white phantom thing. That's my mother and some lady. That's a tombstone. We look back at this every time and think there's someone right behind my mom staring at her, but it's like a tomb or whatever. Not a tomb, a headstone. Another picture. There's more of these squiggly lines, and like I said, the people, whenever I was taking these pictures, the people behind me saw me and my hands weren't shaking, so it's not where like I went like this and it like messed up the picture or whatever, but you can say it is. I don't think it's anything, but it looks like it. These ones are another like shape, but they're in like a weird pattern that I would never shake my hand in that way. So that you can't really explain how that is, besides it's a ghost. That one's definitely where the lights just are lights. My camera probably, the flash turned off or whatever. There's like these like dancing ones right here. There's another one right there. The date again. I'm gonna point that out a couple more times. A tombstone. Oh, these ones. These ones, the lady said because ghosts, they like to show a story. And what the lady said was that I guess there was bombs that were getting dropped by planes or something in this area, and that's what they're supposed to be mimicking. Like I don't know how to explain it other than that. This white thing popped up in front of this mirror, or in front of this window. This is actually I believe it was a I can't even say his name. Believe it or not, wax museum. I know it was a wax museum, but I didn't know who owned it. This was very interesting. I said it to my friend, but I don't think this is anything. We were joking around, and there was a not trying to be racist. I say that because there's a lot of people that like taking things out of context, but there was a black dude behind the counter right at the red thing, and he was or no, he was right here where this red thing is. That's what I meant. And he was checking like the money out of the register because they just closed, I believe. And I took the picture and he was just gone. And we thought it was so funny, but we believed he moved afterwards. Oh yeah, there was Wi-Fi there. Another time where like we were walking back to our car, which we got lost from. We actually had to get picked up by it was like an Uber, but it was not, because Uber wasn't a thing, I don't believe, when this was happening. It was like a little golf cart that they would drive around the area so that people can get back to the houses, so that no drunk people get in fights or anything like that, I believe. These ones, she said that they're like their souls going to heaven, like the arch or whatever. I don't know how to explain it other than that. There's a red spot. It's not picking up on the phone, but right here there's a red spot. I can't remember what that was, what that picture was of. more tombstones. Now I'm trying to look over my phone. I don't know what that was. Don't know what that was. More times where I just took a picture and was thinking that my flash was on and it wasn't. And people around me had the flashes on. I did not mean to take that picture, I don't think. Taking a picture, there's light getting absorbed over here by spirit, the same thing there. These aren't glares because whenever I took a picture originally, that was nothing there. And what the lady said was that you can take a picture and look back at it 3 years later and there would be something in there that you didn't see originally. This building, there's like little white phantoms. This wasn't here whenever I first took the picture. It won't really pop up on the phone that much, but okay, I'm gonna like try to outline it. Look at my fingernail, it goes like this. It goes up, goes across, down, over this window, up. And that window was not covered by that white thing whenever I looked at it. It was just an open window, like the middle one. None of these had the white things. It was like the middle ones where there was nothing there. I'm trying to get it where... Okay, same thing here. There's like these like white phantom cloth things here that weren't supposed to be there. A street. I can't tell what that is. I think that's just a sign, but it looks like there's something right there just standing there. This is a house. There was supposed to be... I can't really tell what's in the picture, but there was supposed to be rumors that you could take a picture of, and there would be a dude hanging out on the porch or something like that. Which I really need to go back. I just like the fountain. That's the only reason why I took the picture. That was my stepdad trying to move out of the way of the picture. That's a really old church. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it's a Catholic church. Another time that I took the picture of the church on accident, I think. Another time. I don't know what that was, but I believe that's my mother in the picture. When I took this picture, this window is completely blacked out, and there's this little white thing standing in the window. I can't explain what it is. This video is probably boring. There's a Corvette. No, yeah, Corvette. Sorry, I had to check myself. Okay, this is the time where I need to run through pictures because there's a little bit of them that are embarrassing. So I'm gonna put my phone down. You guys can comment and ask questions or whatever. But it's gonna be like looking at my keyboard, looking back up, looking at my keyboard. So here we go. Okay, if you can read this sign, it won't. Oh my god. Is it better if I look forward? It's so... But this is the oldest wooden schoolhouse in the United States, St. Augustine, Florida. Oh, now it picks up the picture. We did not get to go inside of that. One thing though, right across the street, like, if I'm taking the picture, behind me, there's a really good restaurant. I have to get the name of it. I have like flyers from it, but they had like these humongous burgers, and when I mean humongous burgers, they're like all like real meat. Like the patty was... Why can't I pick up my finger? The patty was like that thick, and you could put whatever you want on top of it. And they had bottomless fries, and they had like amazing ranch. I'm not even like joking. Okay, sorry. I already knew there was nothing in front. There's a sailboat, a really cool looking sailboat. Just wait. I believe there's nothing else. Another yacht in front of a sailboat. These pictures got bad, but there's a pirate ship. Isn't that cool? A pirate ship, bro. A pirate ship. And there's pirates. They were reenacting. They're shooting cannons. Another picture of the pirate ship. Okay, here we go. Back at the keyboard. I'm just going to skip through some because some of these are not important. Look at the beach. We're on the coast that I normally don't go to, and you can't see any land across that. And I never went swimming, I don't think. There might be pictures of me in the water, and I might show that. I wear shirts while I go to the anywhere. I don't like showing my stomach and stuff like that. My sandcastle. I'm the king. Oh my god, it won't focus. My sandcastle. Okay, let me go over the process. So there's like a moat that goes in, and then the water goes around. But there's a wall here and a wall between that wall and the wall at the end of that wall. So if the water comes in and like hits it, it's gonna hit it. The one's gonna fall on the other wall. The wall's gonna hold up that wall. But if another like wave comes in and hits that wall, it got the third wall to hold it up. And then there's like a moat that goes around like the little house that fell down, and there's like a wall around the house area. I was well, I don't even 2016. It's 2018. I was 14 in the picture. I bought that really cool hat. I actually have to go and find that. Come on, skip through. My grandfather was a POW for Korean War, so I bought a POW hat and a bunch of like little things. Look at the pier. Like, look at the water. I don't know any of those people, so I don't really care if they're in my video. They don't show faces, so I don't have to blur them out. But look at the pier in the water. It was really nice out there. It was really windy, but it was really nice. Pictures, really long pictures. There's another image of the sandcastle. See the 3 walls, and there's like a little hole there, so it would drain the water between it. Ah, my goodness, my finger needs to move so it focuses on the actual. And then there's the hut. It fell over, so I just made like a mountain out of it. There's my brother. And a Star Wars bucket behind him. Okay, so I did. I said if I was in the water, I'd get it in the picture. There I am in the water. I would really want like, I don't see the image on the back of my hat, but I have to go and find that hat. The clouds. This is why we left that day, I believe. It was either that or we were trying to get home. It was really cloudy. My mother took a picture of the hole. I think she just pulled up too, so she's gonna be talking in the background. Either that or it's about to start pouring. But this is what we had to hike through. And there's like, what are they called? Sand spurs all up in these. So we would walk down and like socks and stuff, take them off. And as we were walking back, they would stick into our heels and stuff like that. It hurt really bad. And see, there is a date difference. It's the 29th instead of the 28th. One second, guys. I thought this Jeep was pretty cool. If it will focus. Yeah, I like the rims. There's like little bolts. And the bolts that hold them together in the center right. And then there's like little bolt designs. There's the front end. This was a really cool picture. I thought it was a ghost at first, but this is a reflection of the flash, because the flash just came out of nowhere, and this is the flash that came across my window. This is like the intersection that runs through Orlando, Florida, and see, the date's still the same. There's a couple of pictures like that. I'm just gonna skip through them because I don't want to. Okay, I'll show you pictures. One second. Here's a manatee at, goodness, let it focus. Sorry, I'm gonna hold, maybe if I go closer. Maybe if I go farther. It's slightly focusing. There we go. There's a manatee, fat manatee. Fat manatee. I don't know who this is, I don't think. See, look at the jump. This is the next day. Actually, why'd I do that? I know what's next. I skipped through. Here's like a little, they made a sea turtle out of like what is it? It's not grass, like plants. There you go. I don't know why I wanted to say grass. This is like the entrance to the ride for the penguin ride exhibit thing that they have. More penguin. It's like penguin eggs. They were originally real, but they hollowed them out after the baby got out of it. Was hatched. There you go. Goodness, my speech. There's like a little video. I had a video on here, but I guess it got deleted on the transfer from my SD card over to my computer. But this is like a little thing that they have going into the cave. I'm gonna make a video. Here's my family. You can actually you pretty much all that's between you and the penguins is a glass wall. And it's not like I will try to. I really want to explore abandoned places. I just haven't had the time and the money to do it. But all there was is like right underneath this like the little display thing for like the pictures on my phone was like a glass wall, and this was like open. The whole picture was open. I can like literally like reach out and almost touch them if I wanted to, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal. More pictures of them. I think this is behind glass this time. I'm lowering it because I don't know what's next. A little waterfall. I like the little things in life, but the big things are nice too. A fishy. So at this point, it's 20 minutes, and I didn't really mean to, but I'm gonna say this for like the viewers that watch this afterwards. Please go like, subscribe, comment what I'm doing wrong with this video, or what I'm doing right. I don't have screen recorders. My computer's too out of date for it. I need to get a new computer. I need to get new cameras because look at the focusing on the fishy. There's like a fish right here. Maybe if I put my finger there, it will help. Nope. But I'm gonna bring my GoPro next time because they have rides at SeaWorld. Only like 3 big roller coasters. That's it. But they're still fun. More fishies. There's a manta ray. You can see its wing, but nothing else. Oh, the beluga whales. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. They're white. These two things right here, they won't pop up on the thing. But in this one, it's pretty much the same thing, but all that's holding you between them and you is a real, I believe it's real ice. But you're not allowed to swim in there. Like I said, it's probably highly illegal because it's a zoo. There's a canoe back there. But you can touch the ice. It feels like ice. They do like a Polar Express thing, but you pretty much behind where I'm taking the picture, there's like a 4D ride. Not like a really 4D because it doesn't like shoot air or anything like that. But you rock back and forth, and then you get off. But Christmas time they do a Polar Express that they have there. I don't think they're doing it this year. I think it's Rudolph this year, and I don't think they're going to keep it Rudolph for that long. I think they're going to end up going back to Polar Express because that would probably make a lot of money. That line was like 3 hours long. I'm not even exaggerating. These are seals? Sea lions? Going back down. I don't know what's next. The beautiful, we actually went to the show. My birthday. This is not my birthday. I'm into January. This is, it's July in these pictures, so it's a nice summer. But my birthday, it was like freezing, and we decided to go sit right underneath the water jets for the Shamu show and the splash zone, and we got soaked, and we were freezing our butts off. Here's my dog. He's with my grandma now. Not dead. He lives with my grandma. We let her have her because of issues with her doggy that passed away. Here's my stepdad's dog. A picture one of my ex-girlfriends took a picture or made for me. devil dog. I'm joking. I'm extremely joking, but it's the what is it called? Red eye. Same thing with my doggy. I don't have the consent from these people. Here's a picture I drew. I like the shots, but we were supposed to make Pokemons because this is back when Pokemon Go was a big thing. So my little badge was up here, and then his name is Wet Willy, and he's like water dripping from his finger, and he's like a creepy thing. But that was like the PG rated version of him. We had like the scare, like he was disturbing. If you wanted, like if you want me to, and then here's like my old signature. This is my signature anymore, but it's still considered my signature. That's not a T. It's supposed to be an L, but my X goes straight through the hole. Here's a picture by Peyton. I don't know her last name. I can't remember. I think the next picture says her name. Another picture by her. There you go. That's her name. That's not her last name, but it's very kinky. What is it? The pictures are very, very weird. Very disturbing. My teachers found a lot of those pictures. They thought it was cute, but there was like some that were like, oh, he shouldn't be able to draw those things. That's so inappropriate. Like I drew a unicorn with like I'm gonna say like a wiener for his eyes and horn. And the teacher, I gave it to her, and she's like, thank you, and it's still hanging up in her classroom ever since. And the one teacher came over and was like, that's inappropriate, you need to throw that away. And I was like, what are you talking about? The teacher has it on her desk, so it's not that inappropriate. Here's my doggy smiling. Goodness, my camera can't focus for anything. This is why you don't... I guess if you... The only reason... Okay, I can't show that picture, I can't show that picture, can't show that picture. Okay, we're back to the beginning. So, I'm gonna end up just... There's my computer sticker. Okay, but it was a very interesting time there at... God, my fingers. Get my... Suck it out. There we go. Oh, my hand's burning. Okay, give me a second. Sorry for the fingers. But it was a fun time there. We went to a like a medieval prison. Not medieval, but you know what I mean. Like the time that Florida was discovered by Ponce de Leon. That's correct, but I'm not pronouncing his name probably. Because Florida was technically the first. Not really, not even. That was like the first of Spanish that was spread into the United States. There's technically, if you go back into U.S. history, there's what is it, knights, and not even knights. What is it called? Not dinosaurs, but the dudes that were around in the dinosaur age. But you know what I'm talking about. They came over from like, so pretty much Canada and I'm pretty sure it's Europe. I'm not and Asia. There you go. It's Asia. Whatever. Right above us or right next to us on this side of the map. So if we're here, and then the water or whatever water's here, and then there's an island here. That's what I'm talking about. There used to be like a walkway where you can actually like walk to Asia. I'm assuming it's Asia. It's either Canada or Alaska. But over time, the land got eroded away and the water was formed there. There you go, cavemen. I don't even think it's not really cavemen either. It's another one. I can't think of what it's called. But yes, cavemen. And technically they found America. If you even that wasn't really documented, it was just discovered because they found remains. But Florida was like the first documented by Spain because they thought it was Spain. They thought they could travel around the world by just like floating. They didn't know there was other islands, right? And they ran into America. And then, what is it? They ran into America. They landed in St. Augustine, Florida. Obviously, they actually had the French and Indian War. No, that's not what I'm talking about either. I can't even think of what they're called. I don't even get me started because I'm gonna end up stuck on that. But then the Pilgrims came over, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The people that claim U.S. as their rightful land. They're the founders, the first ones ever here. And then we're here. Not really present day because there's a lot of things like the Black Plague went through. Yada yada. We had wars, we had civil wars, we had world wars. Those are the most common known. We had 9/11. We had other terrorist attacks. We had shootings of schools like Salty Hook and one other I can't think of the name of. We had like a lot of bad history compared to our good history. There's very little good history. Like we're the first. I know Florida was one of the first space stations ever built in America. It was like the second or third, maybe. Not sure. I would have to go and do research on that. But I know Kennedy funded this. It's called Kennedy Space Center, and whatever Florida. I can't even think of the city. But I'll end up probably using that camera more to record, and I'll upload that. And I have my GoPro as well, and I'll upload stuff from my GoPro, which I have not found a use of using yet. I have a paddleboard now, so I'm going to end up using it on my paddleboard a little bit. I'll use it at I'm not doing it at Adventure Island. Yes, exactly. We're not really the great almighty as we say we are. Like most people in other countries, yes, they have bad, what is it? Some have really bad governments, some have really bad schooling, but most people over in like UK, most kids before they hit middle school know at least 2 languages, including theirs. So that makes 3, obviously 2, and then theirs. Middle school they should at least learn about 6 other languages, and then by high school they're allowed to like take whatever languages they want. So they can come over to America, they can go over to any country and understand what we're talking about. Yes, American is one of the hardest languages to know or to learn because we steal other people's words from other religions and other languages. Don't even get me started on religion. That's one thing we should not talk about on my YouTube channel. Is religion, unless it's Wednesdays, because I said we were going to do like preaching stuff on Wednesdays, but that's probably not going to happen ever again because I was shut down. Like I said, the head youth teacher was like, "Yeah, that's great, let's do it," and then the dude that helps us out with answering questions was like, "No, we shouldn't. This is private. If they want to see what happens in here, they should show up." So if you want to show up, just DM me in whatever social media. If you go to the video before this, it has all my social media, all my other like Twitch, I think is on there. My other channel, which I live streamed on just a couple minutes ago before this, which would be 20, 30, 40 minutes ago, which I'm going to end up running out of time. I'm going to end up cutting it here soon. There's stuff behind me. Oh, that's what I forgot to say in my last video. I got a reward at camp whenever I went with my church. I am the best hatchet thrower in that week. I will do that next year. Me and my friends, or at least the guys that went, the girls were like, no, we don't want to go back. At least if we go back. Christianity. It's one of the Christianity is the most populated religion in the world next to Islamic. Sorry, there's like a piece of skin that's driving me nuts. But we were like not the youngest because not Islamic, but another one. What is it? Judaism is one of the youngest religions. My mother wants to get in fights with me because she thinks that Christianity is the youngest known religion, which it's not. Judaism is way before. Sorry, I need to power off my computer before it dies. Oh shoot, that's gonna kill my battery. So I'm gonna end up leaving it here. Please like, subscribe, comment what I did wrong, comment what I did right. Thank you guys. Goodbye. Turn off!